Hello lovelies, I hope you're all doing amazing. Today I wanted to show you how I do an infill on my own nails using hard gel. So I'm starting off by removing the gel polish from my previous design and I don't need to take off a lot because I basically just want to do an infill and then I'm gonna put color over this, so there's no point in taking off more than necessary. If this was encapsulated glitter and I was going to do more glitter, then it would work differently, but as of now I just need to take off the gel polish, not like a lot of the bulk, because there's no need to waste product because the product that is there is cured and good to go. So let's not waste product and let's not take on more than we need to. So I am just taking this off with my carbide bit. When I do my own nails, I use my file differently than I would on clients. That is because it's easier for me to stabilize my hand while doing like these movements, like these faster movements. On a client I would do longer movements, but this is just how I do it on myself. So I'm just going to remove all of that gel polish on all of the nails, and if there is any liftings I'm going to remove that as well with this bit. If this is your first time here on my channel, my name is Anna, welcome. I am a certified nail tech and I've been working as a nail tech for 2 years. And I do have an e-file certificate, so I am qualified in using e-files. If you're new to e-files and you don't have taken a class or anything like that, please be careful. These things are super powerful, they go really fast and can easily hurt you if you don't know what you're doing. Also, if you enjoy this type of content, please give me a like and comment down below what you think of this video. I truly appreciate it and it really keeps me motivated to keep going and make new videos for you guys. So I really appreciate it when you take the time to talk to me and be part of this community. Then I'm switching to my cuticle bit and I am just going around the cuticles, and I will also remove a slight lifting, as you can see there on my thumb. I will just go over it with that bit. So this is not the natural nail right now, which is why there's just so much dust, because some of the gel is actually being filed off as well. And I'm being super gentle even though it might not look like it, and I'm also keeping the carbide, sorry, not the carbide bit. Well, it is actually a carbide bit, but it's a cuticle carbide bit. And I am just keeping it very flat to the nail, so it's not pointing downwards. I'm not like stabbing at the matrix. I am just doing this very gently, even though it looks quite rough, because again I am just getting some of that gel as well. Not prepping properly is one of the reasons, the most common reasons actually, to why nails start to lift, because you still have cuticle on your nail plate, or it isn't buffed properly, or there's still oils on the nails and stuff like that. Also, you need to be super careful to not leave any of the liftings, because if you do, there will be a pocket there which will create more lifting, but it will also trap bacteria, and you will get pseudomonas, which is also called greenie, which is what people usually refer to when they talk about mold on the nails. It's not mold, it is just a bacteria that is called pseudomonas, and it is green and it leaves green stains. It is harmless and it will die as soon as it comes in contact with air. It's not contagious, it's not dangerous, it's just ugly and kind of gross. So don't leave any lifting on the nails. Get rid of all of that lifting. Then I'm just using my ball bit around the cuticle area, just on my skin, not on the nail plate, because I don't want to create rings of fire, which is like a little ditch in the nail plate. So I'm not using it on the actual nail plate, and I obviously, as I always do, turn the rotation around and go the other way as well. If there's any bits and pieces left, I will just nip them off with my little nipper. Now I am coming in with my 180 grit sanding band, or arbor band as some of you call it. And I'm just going around that cuticle area, just prepping my natural nail. And again, I'm not using any pressure here, so I am not filing down my natural nail. I am being super gentle, even though it looks rough. I am not, like, there's no pressure involved, so I am just being really careful not to thin out my natural nail. This also helps getting the natural nail and the gel part, like the connection between them two, to make them smooth and have a nice transition. Now I am done with all of the prep on the filing, so now I'm just coming in with some acetone. If you have acrylic nails, this will work differently. I have gel, and acetone doesn't do anything to gel. So that is just my dehydrator, and then I'm coming in with my acid primer, making sure I'm tilting the nails down so that that acid primer doesn't go into the matrix and hurt my matrix, because we don't want any kind of damages to our nails. Then when that has been dried, I am coming in with a base gel, and I am just making sure to really get that in there into the natural nail. There's no need to put it over the gel. I am just really, as you can see, just really dabbing it in to that natural nail, making sure it seeps into everything and really connect with the natural nail. Once I've done that on all of the nails, I'm going to cure. Base gel is always runnier as well, and that is because it is supposed to go into all of those little holes that we've created in the nail with the prepping, with the sanding and the buffing, and also with the acid primer. So now the molecules will like really grab onto each other to like get proper adhesion and make sure that the nail stays on. Now after the base gel has been cured, I am coming in with my builder gel, and I am just putting a thin slip layer over the entirety of the nail, making sure I have everything covered, and then I'm going to take a little bit of a bigger blob of gel and just tickle it over the whole nail, building it up properly. Yeah, it's kind of self-explanatory here. Just make sure that when you are close to the cuticles that you actually do the cushioning technique, where you like push it back into the cuticle area and not drag it, more like floating the brush over it. And here I'm making sure I'm getting the side walls as well, because they were quite thin, as they sometimes get when you use forms and the nails grow out. Once I'm happy with how this looks, I'm just going to flash cure it to make sure that it stays in place, and then I will move on and do the same on the other nails. And I like to really take my time making sure I have gel all over the place where I need it to be, because I don't want to go in one extra time after I've filed and make sure, like I don't want to find any holes or ditches and stuff like that. I want to make sure that everything is good to go, so that when I file I don't have to come back in with more gel. So I would rather have a little bit extra, but again, not wasting more product than necessary. Once the nails have been fully cured, I'm just coming in with some cleanser to get rid of that tacky layer. And now I'm using that same arbor band, but this time I am putting a bit of pressure on it, so it will have a different effect than what it did on my natural nail. And I am just taking off some bulk just to help me with the hand filing. And I like to go around the cuticle area with this one as well, because it's easier to cut yourself with a hand file than e-file. Even though you have scored the edges of the hand file, sometimes you can cut yourself, so that is just what I'm doing. And on the other nails I find it harder to use the e-file on myself. I have limited movement in this hand, so it's quite tricky, so I prefer to go in with my hand file on the nails. Like the smaller the nails get, the more difficult it becomes to use the e-file, because it's hard to reach. But either way, here I am with my hand file, and I am just finishing off this shape. And a good trick is to go from the tip of the nail up to the apex point, and you want that to be completely straight. And as you can see, I am going from the tip up to the apex and back. And I make sure all the time that all of the sides are equal. Like I look from it from different angles all the time to make sure that everything is exactly how I want it to be, and that everything is straight. And then when I'm happy, I move on to the other nails and I will do the same thing. When hand filing, it is important that you take the time to make sure that you do the same thing on each side of the nail, because you usually have one dominant hand, and for me that is the right hand. So usually one side of the nails usually gets more filed than the other. So just look from all of the angles and make sure that you sit straight and don't have your legs crossed, but have them like sit completely straight, and then it will be easier. You can also move your nails up towards the light so you can see the silhouette of the nail, and that will give you an idea what it really looks like. And you can also touch the nail by moving your fingers over it to feel if there are any like dimples or any kind of ditches and lumps that you need to get rid of. After I filed all of the nails, I'm just coming in with a buffer to make everything smooth, but not too smooth, because I'm putting gel polish over this. And that is that. Then I'm just dusting off the nails, cleansing them with some alcohol, and now I am just using my cuticle oil, and that is that. And as well as proper prep is good for preventing the nails to lift, so is cuticle oil, and it's a really important step to use in your nail care routine. So use oil at least twice a day and after you shower to make sure that those nails stay on. And that is how I infill my nails with hard gel. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like and comment down below, and subscribe if you haven't already. I really appreciate you guys. Please follow me on my Instagram at Wild Nails and tag me if you recreate any of my designs that I do on this channel. And I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!